we gonna do today?
This is our first year growing celery, and I've heard that if you don't keep it bunched up like they come in the store as big stalks, that it gets pretty woody tasting. So I think it's probably long overdue, but I just took some twine, just something that we had laying around. And I'm just gonna I've heard that you can use PVC pipes too and have them kind of grow up the PVC pipe, but actually I'm just gonna take this twine, bundle it all together, and just gently tie it in a knot so that it kind of continues to grow in a stalk. So there we go. So we're just gonna do this through all of them. All right, that's a wrap, literally. Fill a little bit even. Move this guy.
How do you plant them?
All right, so we got them all cut apart. Kind of got a couple eyelets on each piece, hoping that one of the two would be good seed to be fertile. And my goal is to just put them on top of this compost pile and then layer it with more compost and hay. And because I've had a couple friends just say, if you just lay them on top of the ground and put a ton of hay over top, they'll grow. And so why not? Just try. So that's what we're doing today. Let's try it. That each of these can initially be another potato plant, okay? So I'm going to cut some of them off, and because then we can plant them in there. Your help. Can you help put these potatoes all around like Zoe?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Just see how we're setting them all on top there? Can you just find a spot and set them there? Good job. And then you need to pray for it. Say, grow, potato, grow.
Grow, potato, grow. Grow, potato, grow.
Give us lots of potatoes to bless our family and our friends. Oh, don't eat them, right? Those are gross. They've been out in the dirt. Alright, there the final bed of potatoes goes. Let's cover it up with a bunch of hay.
Yay.
Start heavy covering.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, just heavy, heavy, heavy. Lots, lots, lots. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go. That's our potato mound. All done, ready to go. Let's see if it grows.
And we like it.
All right, so since everything is working really good and we're getting a lot of fruit, we just decided, you know what, we need to start planting another garden. So we're gonna plant a bunch of seeds today. Since we have our little green bus, the bus that we turn into the greenhouse, we can also start things in planters here, in seeds, and then move them to planters, and then have them be pollinated outside, good moisture outside, good sun. And then when it comes time for that heavy frost to hit sometime this fall, we can move all of our plants into the greenhouse, into the green bus, because it stays so much hotter in there. That's our plan. Let's go. Where do eggs come from?
Chicken coop.
Chicken coop? Yeah, you're right. We can't grow chickens in the garden. But what can our chickens do for our garden?
Get soil.
Yeah, they help our soil, don't they? What do they do in our garden for us?
This get soil.
Do they till it up for us?
Yeah.
And put manure in there?
Yeah.
They're pretty helpful, aren't they? We're just gonna take all this lush compost and just start putting it in our egg cartons. I'm actually using egg cartons as my starters. And you wanna push it in there? Okay, you push a bunch in there because they're biodegradable.
I
so
think that's enough, Mom.
okay, and my hopes is that I'll just plant them in the garden after. Oh, leave it here after the seeds sprout up into little seedlings, and then once we're ready to put them in the garden or the pots, they'll be ready to go, and we could just cut apart the compartments. So great way to use something you already have, and not have to buy these little things that I ended up buying and they got wet. So we're still gonna use them. Hey, thank you. What did you bring?
Egg cartons.
Egg cartons. All right, set them up in our soil. Man, we got all sorts of egg cartons to fill up for all of our seeds. All right, Veda, you want to put soil in these ones over here?
Yeah, you bet.
I just got to thinking, all these got super rained on, which obviously I thought they were going to kind of break down and they weren't going to be able to hold their shape. But it's actually probably perfect putting all the soil in there when they're already moist. And that way, it's kind of already just that moisture that it needs to germinate that seed. So we're going to give it a shot.
You got this one. That's a bunch.
That is amazing. So what's cool about doing this is it really doesn't cost us much money at all to experiment and let the kids try, and also me to just grow and learn how to grow. So we bought this packet of seeds. It's $2, and we're just gonna throw all of them into one whole egg carton and see what grows. I'm gonna go ahead and give these cucumbers a shot out here. See how they roll. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna kind of treat the egg carton like a mini greenhouse. And I'm just gonna kind of keep the lid on, and then I'm gonna water it and then kind of close it up a little bit and keep it out here in the sun, out in my garden, but it'll be protected from the elements like heavy rains and if we have any hailstorms and heavy winds. We're just getting finished up getting these little seeds going. We got about a bunch of watermelon and onions and let's see what else we have. Beets and peppers and all sorts of good vegetables started with our little seeds. So we're gonna go ahead and actually put saran wrap over the top to maybe put that into like a greenhouse aspect of it, and then I'm gonna poke little holes for me to be able to water through there, as well as we're gonna set them in our raised bed to protect them, and then maybe the rain will be more gentle with them because we've had some pretty heavy rains lately, and I don't want the seeds to get washed out until they kind of get established. So planting the potatoes was about a month ago, and as you can see here, we got nothing growing in the potato patch. So back to the drawing board, figuring out what we could have done wrong, what we could do better for next time. I think I'm gonna do a heavier mulch system. I probably only buried them with like 6 inches of straw and hay and manure and things like that. So I probably should do more like a foot next time, is maybe what I've heard from other people. So we're gonna give that a shot. Look at these flipping things. What did work was these cucumbers. Look at these things. These are our little seedlings that started out from little trays that we just threw together and just planted seeds to see what would start. We have about 12 cucumbers and nothing else grew. So we're just gonna plant these. So this year's motto has just been get after it, get planting, just plant, you know? And we've had a lot of successes. We've had a lot of things that just blew up in our face, like what the world just happened? We planted and nothing grew. Or like our celery, we planted, it looked amazing the whole time, and now it looked like we haven't watered it in 3 weeks, which maybe was the case. And maybe it's just that we overwatered it and then the sun scorched it. So you know what, there's just going to be a lot of things in life that are going to be tough, and you're going to have the trials. And I think just to remember that, just keep trying, because when you fail, that means that you actually tried. And something that we've been working on with our children too, and ourselves, to just keep trying and see what happens, and have a lot of fun when you're doing it too. That makes it all worth the while.